Yeah, our team's been great this year. Obviously, a couple games in the road we slipped away, but we just got to make sure every night we're going in and playing consistent. I think that's a big thing of our forward lines is just making sure every line is consistent every game. It's been a lot of fun so far.
And here you are in last place
Yeah.
this morning in the conference.
Obviously it's a battle for that, but we just got to keep getting better every day. Like I said, we slipped away a couple on the way, and I think we just got to make sure that where we have a lead, we're not laying back. We're a fast-paced team that can put a lot of pressure on the team's defense, and I think that's what we got to do when we get a lead.
Do you look at the standings every day?
No, honestly I don't really look at the standings much. I just want to go out and play hockey. I think you just want to be consistent every night, and I think if you look at that standings and worrying about things, then you can't play your game.
Mitch, in the context of these 5-game segments that seems like to be what most of the guys are evaluating these things on, how significant is tonight's game?
Yeah, it's very important for us. We got to make sure we're ready to play. They're a fast-paced team that can play really heavy down low, so we got to bring our game tonight and make sure we're not giving much off the rush, and when we're down low, we're battling hard.
You played on so many high-powered offensive teams in London over those 3 years. What's it been like, your perception coming to the NHL and meeting teams like you're going to see here tonight with how hard they play defensively?
Yeah, obviously it's a little different than the OHL, but you just got to make sure you're going in every game and trying to play the same way you play. And Bozy and JV have been a big help with that. Letting me play the game I played there, and I think last 3 games we've really gotten our game down low a lot better, and creating more off the cycle. So I think we just got to keep doing that and get better at that.
Is that as important as speed through the neutral zone, or does that lead to what you want to do in terms of the forecheck?
I think they both lead to what we want to do. Speed through the neutral zone and getting the puck in, creates havoc on other teams' D. And then I think when you're down low, you got to be moving your feet all the time, being quick off the walls, and make sure you're not getting trapped.
How did Dale break things down? Did he do it in segments as well? It seems like a lot of coaches do it that way in terms of evaluating a season.
No, Dale. He didn't do it that way. He kind of. I think he didn't really focus too much on the standings. He just kind of just talked about systems and what he wanted us to do, and he usually knew every coach in the league, and he knew what they wanted to do and knew how they wanted to play. So I think he just really prepared us to play against what team we're playing against, and I think we're all worried about the standings, but at the same time we just want to go out there and play our game.
So 1-game segments.
Yeah, exactly. That's how he was.
What do you most need to learn in your first year, do you think?
I think just taking care of yourself, making sure you're eating the right food, getting the right amount of sleep. That's always important.
How much sleep do you need?
It's a good question. I don't know, probably 8 to 10 hours. Obviously some nights you don't get that, and it's usually most nights. But you just got to make sure that you're trying to do the best you can do with your body.